Hey, everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to Around the Majors, and welcome back to Angie, the leader of the FEM group, Female Empowerment Movement on Roku, also Fired Up Network. First of all, Ange, I want to thank you. You didn't have to be so nice on Tuesday. You took me to the Rogers Center. Well, I actually met you because you go on Go Train. I took the you know limousine, on the president and all that. You went by Gold Train, but uh, I gotta say this. This is the first time. I'm gonna be very, very honest here. Until a few weeks ago, I did not go out of my house for 2.5 years because tragedy with my family, my parents, and everything like that. But now I went, and that was the first time I've seen the Rogers Center with the renovations. I'll get to all the renovations in first. It looks like a whole new place. I like the lighting. I like it looks like a disco there with the blue lighting and everything like that. The prices are still the prices. All right. Now, unlike other people, like, sorry, I'm going to mention, well, I won't mention the companies and all that. We actually go to games and we spend the money, Rogers. We spend the money, Blue Jays. We spend the money. Okay. And I'm going to tell our producer, who's actually great hair today, by the way, is producer. All right. Great hair. Producer, zooming on Angie's hat here. Ange, is that the hat you got when we were at the Rogers Center?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What do you guys think with the little sparkly blue jay? I haven't even taken the tags off of it yet. Brand new.
Well, don't take the and I'm gonna be with all due respect. How much was that?
All right, so I'm glad you asked because this hat was $40, but I did manage to get this hat because it was only $25, which I still think though is a lot of money for a Jays hat, like or any
Okay, put
baseball
that
hat.
one on.
Yeah, what do you think of this? Again, I haven't taken the tags off yet. It's like brand new, but
All right, so let me see it. Like style and profile a little bit, turn around
yeah,
and
what do
all
you
that.
think of this one?
Okay, so
This
that
one's a
one
nice.
is $25.
This was
We're gonna
25.
get people to
Yeah,
okay. The other one, okay, put the other one back on
yeah.
for 45. This one's
And
not
this
bad,
one
25,
was $40.
40
Yeah,
bucks. Okay.
this one's $40.
I kind of like I kind of like this one on the side with the Blue Jay, but I kind of like
Yeah,
the other one. 25 bucks saves you 20 bucks and all that. But anyways, when you go to Rogers Center, okay, the store, nothing wrong with the store. Too small. You guys have a lot of stuff, but too small. I know I was going to buy Ange. Yes, I was going to spend money and buy her something of the World Series, okay? Because that's what she was telling me. I want to get Joe something. Joe is, by the way, her husband. I want to get Joe something special and all that. So, commemorative. I was at the Rogers Center and all that. We went and I said, okay, let's get him some World Series stuff and all that. There was nothing. Unless I didn't see it. Did you see anything?
they did have like a section, but it wasn't like what I thought they would have. Like I thought they would have pretty much everything, but I mean, maybe it's all sold out, and maybe it's online only or exclusive through these other companies. But I agree. I was looking for more of that 2025, champions gear or even a hat. Like I definitely did not see any of those hats with the little logo on the side with the World Series. I didn't see any of those in the entire hat section. So I was hoping to see a little bit more of that.
All right, April 10th is George Springer's bobblehead day. All right. By the way, I know George Springer is a big fan of you, and spoke to him. We're gonna, and I need you to do some homework here. Okay.
I'm literally gonna
He
message. Yeah. Okay.
he
Go.
likes some of your stuff.
He
All right.
did. He did.
A number one rule in media: if a player likes some of your stuff, tell him, ask him what he likes, and invite him on so we could interview him about his bobblehead day. And by the way, people in Blue Jays and Rogers or whatever, if you want to bring or if you want to give Ange or me a bobblehead, I promise I won't even. I'll use it every time we're on the show. See here, I have something called what we what we do here on air. You see on air? This is on air. Okay?
Okay.
I have it here. I use it. We'll flag it down, George Springer and everything like that. We'll get him on. And it doesn't matter. George Springer, could be Vlad Guerrero, could be Joaquin Andujar. I'll speak Spanish. If we get any of the Spanish guys, I'll be translating in Spanish. And anything I say, you'll say it in English. Okay? So, ¿Cómo estás? Bueno, that means hi, how are you? I'm good, and all that. So, see, we translate. So, anybody in the Rogers Center or Rogers Media or Blue Jays like George Springer, I know another guy. I don't know if I should tell you this, actually, but I know one guy named Ernie, who you're in love with because of his eyes.
He's a great
has followed
player.
you also.
He's a great baseball player.
No, listen. He's a
also
very
only from a hop over the border. He's literally from
Rochester.
From Rochester.
And
Buffalo.
And he runs at the Buffalo Sabres game. He loves the Buffalo Bills and all that. And I know
Bills fan, like, come on. Who doesn't like Ernie?
And anybody who has a Bills fan is a fan of mine. I like to get him on every week during the NFL season to ask him his picks. All right.
Yeah, we should.
And I know. No, it's true. What? It's a 5-minute. Hey, what do you think Buffalo's going to be against Miami? Squish the fish. Okay, next question. How do you think the Buffalo Bills are going to do against the Rams? They're going to ram them. See? There you go. All right. We like to get some Blue Jays. And I know Ernie Clement, Ange, I'll spoil it. He likes you a little bit. Okay? He likes you. He peeks at your social media and all that. I know some other hockey players who like you also, right? And Ange is not opposed to, like, let's say, maybe the new president of the Maple Leafs, Chris Pronger, she'll wear a shirt, Chris Pronger shirt, or a Maple Leaf hat, something like that. She's not opposed to wear some. If you're a fan of Ange, she's a fan of yours. All right?
That's right.
She'll wear it. Hell, if it's Chris Pronger, I'll wear it to get $1,000 tickets for free and all that. All right. So honestly, and I don't want to say this, but I've been getting emails aplenty, comments, and you told me you get it also. There's TSN and there's Sportsnet. Sportsnet plays Blue Jays every game. All right. We'll talk about the Blue Jays upcoming season, so far season, and all that. But let me ask you, Ange, and I'm going to be very, very serious. I know you're biased here, but who's number 3 then? If you got TSN, you got Sportsnet, who's number 3?
Fired Up Network.
Yes. Not only is it the Fired Up, and I agree, because there's only 2 sports networks in Canada. So if we're going to be a third sports network, all right, and nobody has an all-female network but Fired Up, and it's called FEM, Female Empowerment Movement, hosted by Ange. They talk about health and wellness. They talk about sports. They talk about, anything, wellness. They talk about holidays. They talk about a Good Friday where I didn't know I'm Jewish. You're supposed to eat fish on Good Fridays. Like,
don't eat meat today.
And you're talking about the resurrection and all I know, okay, being Jewish, being the president of the province of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, soon to run for the mayorship of Malaysia. Can't spell it, but I can run it. Malaysia, get it? And thank God, Ange, I was going to say I'm going to run for the mayor of Bosnia-Herzegovina, but I know you'll be mad at that one, so I don't want to say anything, okay? But listen, you guys, again, this is the place to go, and especially if we could get a couple, Blue Jays, a couple Raptors, a couple Maple Leafs. We got Toronto Rock. We got everything. Wrestling. And I told you, Monday, John Cena, you can't see him, but technically you can, but sort of you can't. I told you he's the new host of WrestleMania. In 2 weeks, Ange, we're going to be pillar to post. Don't you dare miss it. Billy Red Ryans. WrestleMania, we'll have it covered like crazy, but I digress. Let's get to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays started off the year against the Athletics not to be confused with the Oakland Athletics, not to be confused with the Vegas Athletics, not to be confused with the Sacramento Athletics. They're just the Athletics. They start off the year with the Athletics, and for me, they won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy how they won these games. I wasn't happy how they won 2 out of the 3 games. Okay, but they still won 3 in a row. Perfect record. You can't complain.
Right.
Then
we played
Colorado,
the shittiest team in the league, and what happened?
the Colorado Rockies come to Rogers Center, and maybe they felt like we're being treated like gold. We went to the Rogers Terrace. We have
did.
hot dog, $1 hot dog. By the way, I have to admit this. And everybody listening, I know Joe's listening, and all your friends, Peter, Joe, Steve, Giancarlo, Marco Polo. All right. She goes and tells me, I don't eat hot dogs. I go, what are you talking about? $1 hot dogs, have one. She did not eat it. She forced me to eat 17 hot dogs. All right. $17, 17 hot dogs. But I was lucky. I did not throw up a hot dog. All right. 17 hot dogs. Plus, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. I don't care. She doesn't like to eat hot dogs, but she can drink. She could drink with the best of them. She could drink not 1 Canadian Club, not 2 Anise de Mono, not 3 some Greek or whatever, not 4 like some Italian. How many shots? I think he had like at least 6 shots.
I don't know.
I don't
know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
no. But listen, it's a good thing till I had to carry you home. All right, carry you back on the road train and all that.
I made it. I did it all on my own.
No. Tell them the truth. Listen, Joe wants to watch. I know he's watching. She was a little bit chickered up there. It's like I asked her what time. She goes, "It's midnight." It's not midnight. The game. Let's face it. I said I want to stay there. This is the only game they won. I want to stay here to watch the ending. No. Nothing's going to happen in the 9th inning. So we left in the 9th inning. We left a little bit early. And then, hold on. I got to go to the washroom before. Oh, my gosh. 75 minutes later, she comes back. Oh, is the game still on? But, like unbelievable. But I digress. I'll talk about something else.
I mean, I definitely did take advantage of the bathrooms in the Rogers Terrace, just that.
This is what I'm asking you. I'm the president. Okay, I'm used to peeing and doing other business in like a fine washroom. Now this terrace is a fine washroom. It's not like a piece of paper, washroom that you go in a promenade or Centerpoint Mall or whatever. It's like this wash. I got to give it to Roger. They had a guy there with towels. They had a guy there with paper. They had a guy there. I was talking to him. We were talking about blackjack actually. They have a guy there that says, "You want to play some blackjack?" He knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and he said I could get some of the other players, not Blue Jay players, other players to get me in. And I said I don't have billions like that. At the end of the night, you'll have billions if you know what I'm saying. So this Ernie, I like that, man. Ernie, thanks a lot. We'll be talking to you later, but I gotta say this year with the renovations, because last year there was no Rogers Terrace. I think it's like $250 a game. Definitely worth it. Yeah, and if you know somebody who can get you a ticket for free, you kiss him in the ass. I don't care. I'm telling you, you should see. First of all, like I said, Ange I'm not eating hot dog, but I'll eat shrimp. She went to a Blue Jay game and she ate shrimp. She had more than one. I'm not going to say the tail. I'm not saying the first word. All right. Secondly, what else did you eat?
Never mind the shrimp. No. We had like crab that was pre-cracked. You just pull the pieces right out. Yeah, the seafood buffet was by far my favorite. The best like ceviche ever. What else? They have the whole like meat carving stations. Oh, the pizza. And then after, like towards the like end of the game or like midway halfway through, they bring out the Nutella pizza. I mean, like it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the ice cream bar. Remember the ice cream bar with all the fresh.
But what about the
Amazing.
cakes? I told you
I
these cakes
definitely
look
ate
like
$250 worth of food. Yeah, the sweets, the cake. If you're a sweets person, that's worth your $250 alone. Not to mention the seat.
Listen, the seat is 200 level behind the plate, and honestly, I know people say, "Oh, it's 200 level." 200 level at the Rogers Center is the best section. They had the best seats, everything
you can actually
like that.
see, like you can actually see the game. It's literally happening right in front of you. And now that I've gone there, thanks Rogers Terrace experience, I don't think I can go to a Jays game any other way. Like when I'm looking up at those like 500 level seats, I'm like, I used to sit all the way up there. Like I can't do that anymore. I'm spoiled now.
Yet again, and this is the truth. Because you know the president, because you've been starring on the Fired Up NFM side, you got treated to the Rogers Terrace. I'm telling you right now, Air Canada, or not Air Canada Center, Scotiabank Arena. I know they're doing renovations and all that, but this thing, anybody, if the Maple Leafs, where everybody complains about tickets or whatever, but if you combine all you can eat with amazing seats and drink for 250 bucks, because if you really think about it, Ange, okay, you go to a Blue Jay game. Let's say I know you took the GO train, and I take limousine and everything, but you go for parking, it's 50 bucks. Okay,
Yeah.
it's 50 bucks. You get food, except not on hot dog days. You get food, maybe $40 a hamburger and all that. So you're already talking about $100. You get 2 hats, another $100. That's already $200. Me, okay, everybody, until I was very popular there. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody was coming up to me, president, and I was like, "See, Ange, I am the president," and it's like, "Yeah, you wanted to," but I gotta tell Joe, she was great. She was great. A little bit, I don't have to tell you, Joe. You know what I mean. You with Ange there and the food and the drinks, she tends more to go to the drink section. All right, that's all I'm telling you. But honestly, if you go to a game, this is a must, a must, a
Yeah.
must go and Rogers Terrace. You will never see a game again like you do. First of all, amazing seats.
Yes. I
Second
was
of
gonna
all,
say that. The view
amazing
alone
food.
for those
And we're not
seats.
talking about dollar hot dogs. We're talking about first class. I think they had filet mignon. At least that's the lady what she said. Filet mignon. I could have ate 75 pieces of that. All right,
And you can.
like that.
And you can.
I'm telling.
You can. Because it's all inclusive.
Well, I didn't eat 75. Maybe I ate 5. But I should have. But here's the one thing. Okay, and I'm kudos to Rogers Center security. There was a guy there who
They had security everywhere. Like for that section, they have security everywhere. Like even outside the bathrooms, just to make sure. Like there's security all over. We didn't even get to experience the outdoor patio, which I hear is also something to see for sure. But given the weather,
we'll go that in the summertime. By the way,
yeah.
I know I talk to you and ask about Joey and all that, and you say, oh, he doesn't like sports or whatever. This is Joey. I'm talking to you, right? I'm seriously talking. You got to take your wife and your daughter, like maybe not your daughter because she's young and all that, but this is an experience. Like, who cares if the Blue Jays win or lose? Of course, you want them to win. They won when we went, so we can't break If you go with Ange and they lose, I'm barring you from going to games again. All right?
Oh, I just read something too on the website. Guess what? If you're a member of the Rogers Terrace, you are guaranteed the promotional giveaways. Hello. Like,
So
is that not even just worth it alone?
no, that's not good for a Tuesday hot dog days because you don't eat hot dogs.
No, the promotional giveaways, like the
Yeah.
jerseys and like,
So are you telling me we're going on Sunday, April 10th? I don't know if it's a Sunday, but
I mean, if
for
we can get
George
if we
Springer
can get
bobblehead day. George, I
access.
know you're watching. All right. Yeah, I know you're watching. Okay. Your bobblehead's good, but I need a bobblehead right here. And look at that. Here, I'm going to get the producers zooming in there. Look at show everybody your shirt. Show
Oh, my
everybody
shirt.
your hat.
This is an old shirt.
Yeah,
This
your
is
shirt
actually a
and
Walmart.
hat. Look, yeah, that's
This is a
perfect. I would.
Walmart purchase. This is a $9.99 or $19.99 Walmart purchase. You will not find a shirt in the J shop for $19.99.
All right, but we should go bobblehead day there, April 10th, Springer. I don't know. They have Clement hockey jersey game and all that. You like a Clement, okay? You like a Clement. I'm not talking about the oranges, Clement. You like a Clement. Don't lie to me. I know you like. You're looking at the with his eyes and everything like that. Why are you laughing? All right. Me with my luck, I'll bring Edward Encarnacion back, and he gives me the elbow. All right. But okay, let's talk. We started talking, and then you interrupted me with Oakland and Colorado. They're losing 2 out of 3 to Colorado. That
Yeah.
is for me, that's very depressing. Kevin Gosman, who, by the way, we're doing this just before the Blue Jays were rained out yesterday. Their first road contest happens in Chicago against the White Sox. Right now, it looks a little bit cloudy, but it looks like they're going to play the game. And again, in all honesty, they should take 2 out of 3, if not 3 out of 3. And then that's the big series is starting on Monday because they come back to the Rogers Center on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, they play afternoon game. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a rematch of the 2025 World Series where I'm going on the line and I'm going to predict, and usually I'm never wrong when I predict this, that the Blue Jays will take the series. No, I'm not talking about the World Series. I'm talking about this series. They will lose a game, but they will take 2 out of 3
I think so
from
too.
the
I think they'll
Dodgers.
take 2 for sure. 2 of the 3 for sure.
Now, another guy who's impressed me is, and he's been really doing a good job. Of course, Vlad and all that, but Okamoto, he's been doing a good job, even defensively, in playing third base there, and he has a great arm there. But Cody Ponce, and in case you missed it, the first start after the first inning, he got 1 out, I believe, in the second inning, an inning and a third. He tore his knee up. He's
Yeah.
going to miss significant time. When you say significant time, I have heard the earliest, if everything goes well, September, mid-September, and maybe a playoff situation. So hopefully he stays healthy. Nothing else can happen because the Blue Jays pitchers have been fantastic. I believe over 50 in 3-4 game strikeouts and everything like that. Chicago, they're an up and down team playing on the road. I don't like saying Blue Jays are going to sweep other teams, especially when they play on the road. But I don't see why the Blue Jays can't take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox and 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers when they return to the Rogers Center. What
And
do you
actually,
say?
it's interesting because I think the same thing. I think I agree. I'd love to always say they're going to sweep, but baseball is a lot of games, and anything can happen. Like, I mean, look what happened with Colorado. Everyone thought they were for sure going to sweep them in 3 games, and those 2 games were kind of a challenge for the Jays. I mean, we only won the 1 game that we went to. So the interesting with this thing with this series too with Chicago is they're all early games. They're all at 2:10 p.m. So, I don't know if that makes a difference. I'd be curious to see how the season goes on, if the Jays just seem to be better on the earlier games or the later games, or if there is any sort of, pattern that we see there. But I think you're right. I think the pitching that we have is very strong, and baseball games with obviously the best pitching are a big deal. So I love to see, where we go from here. But I think our pitching has been amazing and will continue
And
to be.
and just one thing, and we're not being paid by Rogers. We're not. If you know me, I criticize the Leafs, the Rogers, to anybody. Just one other thing, because it's the first time I went to Rogers Center since all the I guess renovations and all that. They have the rooftop patio there. They have WestJet. They have when you go to baseball game, and this is the honest truth, not now, when you go to baseball games, if you're kid, if you're Angie age, 18 to 24 and all that, you're bored. Okay. There's not music playing. But now they got so many social activities when you
They
go
do.
to the Keys game. Forget about running the bases. That's
Well,
at the
actually,
end
though,
of
I was gonna say part of this Rogers Terrace experience is okay. First off, you're guaranteed the promotional giveaways. There's a private members only entrance, so your kids are not waiting in these like massive lines. They're guaranteed to get the promotional items, and they also get priority access to the Junior Jays Run the Bases program. So normally you sign up, you wait around. It's like a long thing. No. This they like, and my friend told me because they had done it. So you basically they give you a time, you go, it's all scheduled, there is no waiting, you could literally go just for that time. Like there's never an abundance or a shortage of things to do. Even just for the kids, like there's cookies, there's candy, there's everything kind of just grab and go. There's the whole deluxe ice cream parlor where they even have like cake pops, and it was definitely an experience, and I think everyone should at least try it if they can.
And once again, Blue Jays, Rogers, if you want added and say the president of the province of Canada, mayor-elect of North America, soon to run for the mayor of Mozambique, add me in there. You'll get maybe one, two more people, and that will pay for my $250 ticket there. Okay, but hopefully, Blue Jays continue winning on the road, 2 out of 3 back home, and talk about final question as we close out here around the majors. Forget about this weekend series. It's a very big series, but on Monday, when you come back to the Rogers Center, rematch of the World Series last year, and do I have to say, by a hair, the Dodgers winning it by a hair. Take me through. If I say I got a pair of tickets, if we go to Terrace, would you like to join me? And your only problem is I got to get a babysitter. I got to get somebody got to take care of Joey and all that. That's your problem. I have the tickets. I have Rogers Terrace. Are you going to go with me or not?
Yes, 100%, because that's going to be a series not to be missed. Whether you're there in person, obviously that's ideal, or just watching it on TV. I actually think that whole series, those 3 games, might even break records for viewership on TV based on how all the records we broke for the Jays last year. During playoffs, World Series, I think still it was the most ever watched World Series championship ever. So I think again that game will break records regardless if you're there or not. But everybody should watch.
And hopefully Blue Jays at least take 2 out of 3. And the atmosphere I just can't wait. Being at Rogers Terrace and Rogers Center, when the roof is open, you have a slight breeze, 5 degrees, slight breeze. I say, Ange, get me a Molson, and you bring back 4 Molson, and like, what's it for? 3 for me, 1 for you. So like, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I mean this with all. I never thought you can drink so much. Okay, when do you get sort of tipsy after 1, 2, or 3 beers?
Beer is a different story. Beer is a different story. You didn't see me drink beer. I didn't drink beer on Tuesday, but beer is a different story.
Okay, so what's the story? Well, it doesn't matter. Well, you'll tell me offline.
Well, you'll have to find out. Somebody invite me back to the Rogers Terrace to find out.
No. If she gets invited, I get invited. We're a package deal. I'm the president. Right. You're the vice president. All right.
All right.
You get invited. I get them, and that matter. Joey has to be invited too. I urge him. Listen, Where's the producer? I'm going to put it on me now, okay? Producer, where's here? The producer's busy right now, but here it is. I'm going to put it on me, okay? Joey, if you want to have a great time with your wife, and it's not even if you have to pay $250, but if somebody doesn't, gives you the tickets, that you don't have to pay $250. And I know you like sports, but you don't really like sports. You're not like Ange and me, like enthralled with sports or whatever. Just get Ange to go with the terrace. You sit down. You can watch the baseball game. You could play on your phone. You could talk to Nick Newman, Victor Newman, and Nancy Newman, Tanya Harding, anything like that. Ange would get the food. What all that? Oh my God, did you get this? Can I get $50? I want to get a hat or whatever. Yeah. Let her do whatever she wants. You just sit down with me and we talk about the Buffalo Bills. We'll talk. I'm just talking about Ernie Clement's eyes. She melts. Her heart melts through Ernie Clement's eyes. I say, forget about the eyes. Let me see his stick and all that. And Drew Ebanks is talking about, look at his balls and everything like that. So, and by the way, I'm telling everybody in Rogers, listen to this. Rogers, it's about time. I've been talking to a lot of people who we have working for Fired Up Network. They also want to have a Fired Up Network sort of party, summer party, spring party, anything like that. And I want to rent out for like $100 the Rogers Terrace Club. Let's see, either contact me or contact Ange. Whatever tickets you have, whatever bobbleheads, whatever hot dogs, hamburgers, corn, steak, whatever you have, and let's see what we can do. And we'll
maybe it's a
promote
game. Yeah, maybe it's a game that someone's got tickets to and they can't attend. So we will gladly attend and also give you a multiple shout
and give you even a story. Ange will write the story on the game that you just check out firedupnetwork.ca, check out Roku, check out all our stuff. Don't forget, each and every show we do here is on Roku, but we take the audio version and put it up on 212 platforms, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and you name it. So you could see it, you could hear it, and you could live it. Like that, eh? See it, hear it, live it. What a slogan I come up with.
Love it.
By the way, I feel good. Hey, Ange, do you feel good?
Yes, I do. It's a holiday, so
it's a Good Friday. I don't know what it means. I'm Jewish, but a Good Friday. So if I'm next Friday, which is April 10th, is next Friday a Good Friday?
I think every Friday is the Good Friday because it's just ahead of the weekend. So yes, they're all going to be Good Fridays.
Friday, not Friday. Friday, not Friday. And by the way, since it's Friday or Friday or whatever, and Raptors play, if they win, you get free Fridays at McDonald's.
That's right.
There you go.
Right. Okay? That's right.
But anybody watching, again, it's Passover time, Easter time on Sunday, Monday, and Good Friday today. Be safe, eat a lot, but be safe and be there with your family and everything like that. And
enjoy your family, your friends, your chosen family, neighbors, whoever it is you celebrate with.
And if you see another Blue Jay, Raptor, Maple Leaf hat or whatever, send it to Ange because she's now a hat collector or a belt collector or a jersey collector. I just collect rings. Rings. All right. Blue Jays 25th or 50th anniversary ring coming up soon. We're going to collect it. Rings I collect.
I will say, for the 50th anniversary, did you notice like everything in the Rogers Terrace, the cookies, the icing on the cookies was 50th anniversary, the limited edition like cups that we got. I have one, I'll bring it on another show, but the cups had like the 50 logo on them. It was like a whole thing. So proud to be there and happy to see this season progress.
All right. And this weekend, 3 games in Chicago. What do you think? They take 2 out of 3?
Yeah, I think 2 out of 3 for sure. Obviously, I'd love to see a clean sweep, but I don't know. And then scoring wise, honestly, I don't know. Like looking at the scores from those 3 games with Colorado, like it was just so all over the place. And like I think Chicago is a way better
Even
team.
with Oak or
Yeah,
the
same.
Athletic,
Oh
because if
yeah,
you look
yeah.
at it,
We had the extra
if
inning
you look at it,
game, and yeah,
yeah, 8-7. But if you look at it, Atlanta killed Oakland 17-2.
yeah,
17-2. So the Bats today, they're going to wake up. Vlad Guerrero going to hit his first home run, maybe second home run. I
yeah,
believe they're going to wake up this weekend, and let's hope the Blue Jays win 2 out of 3 this week, and then it's back to 2 out of 3 at the Rogers Center World Series rematch against the
yeah,
Dodgers. All
yeah,
right, we'll hopefully have a great weekend. Enjoy Passover, enjoy Easter, eat, sleep, repeat, and
yeah.
watch Blue Jays. Eat, sleep, repeat, and watch Blue Jays. And tell everybody how they can watch your lovely face on Roku.
So you can find us streaming on all Roku devices. Search Fired Up, all one word, Fired Up Network. You can find us on all social platforms, Fired Up Network one, the number. And you can find me at She Does Sports, and you can also find me at She Does Wellness. As Joe mentioned, we have a entire female network. So if anyone's looking to talk, sports, health and wellness, movies, reality TV, whatever it may be, just reach out. You can send me an email at angie@firedupnetwork.ca, or you can reach out to me on any of our social channels. We're always looking for more talent. So, yeah, feel free to reach out, and we'll have you on a show.
And for the ladies of Femme, Courtney, Julie, Ashal, if you want to come on there in about a week's time to discuss WrestleMania 42, you can't see John Cena, the host, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. We got Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. So I'll spoil it, okay? I'll spoil it. Nobody knows this. Another match will be added on SmackDown tonight at WrestleMania. Will be a 6-man tag. Logan Paul with his partner Theory and I Show Speed. I Show Speed will be wrestling at WrestleMania with Logan Paul and Theory up against the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight. 6-man tag at WrestleMania. And Little Birdies. And this is exclusive news. Get this video, put it out there, exclusive news. Looks like WrestleMania 43 will no longer take place in Saudi Arabia because of the conflicts in the States and all that. I have heard rumors that it will take place in Cleveland.
Leave. Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Toronto.
No, because then you would want to be going with me, and I can't take you for WrestleMania. Do you understand?
That's okay. You know what? My girlfriend Xenia will take me. I don't need you to take me.
No, Xenia's not going to be here. First of all, that's mine, and don't go after all mine. Okay, I have the right lady for you. You could go with Patricia. You could go with Joey. You could go with Eric. Eric will love you. Eric Cohen will love you.
Another segment all about wrestling. You can find all of those as well on all of our social channels or on all the Roku devices. Again, just search Fired Up. We have a whole section for wrestling if that's what you're interested in. But yeah, we will also recap early next week on all of the weekend sports. We've got NCAA this weekend, Final Fours, men's and women's. We've got the WNBA draft. So we've got a lot to talk about next week too.
And we'll be back, and hopefully Norm Rumack won't be sleeping. He'll be fired up here next week. And shout out to Norm and shout out to Mark Everkelly. But shout out to you, Ange. Have a tremendous holiday weekend.
Thank you.
If you see anything that's good for me, get it. Even if it's expensive, I'll get Norm to reimburse you. Thanks a lot, and stay tuned for more great programming here on the Fired Up and Femme Network. And Ange, Happy New Year.